Okay, so I'm doing another interview. It's been a while, but here I am again doing another interview. So I got a couple guys from Molon Labe here. Go ahead and introduce yourselves, or we'll get to the name thing you said. Anyways, introduce yourselves.
I'm Almighty Sosa, Molon Labe.
This is E-Rock.
Okay, well that was implied, but okay. Anyways, since I kind of talked about it just once earlier, can I ask about your name first? The pronunciation, the correct pronunciation, or at least what you consider the correct pronunciation of the correct name.
Well, Sir Manboy is the one who actually came up with the name for the corp, and I believe, because I'm
what
not
do you
quite sure,
always refer to it as when
Molon
you say the name? Do you say it like that?
Molon Labe.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, anyways, I'm just curious about that.
I just say Molon.
A lot of people like to call it a lot of things, you know, Molon Labe, Molon Labe, and other things. Yeah, things like that. Things that are inappropriate.
Oh, yeah.
I can't believe you just said that. This is going on the internet.
Moldy labia.
Anyways, let's continue on here. Let's get to these standard deep. Oh god, no, dude. Controversial is good.
No.
If I've learned anything controversial,
Her Nielsen ratings would be
anyways,
crap.
the formation of your corp. When did it happen? May 12th?
May 12th? Just 2 days before Uprising.
Response organization?
Bunch of guys from Pro, Planetary Organism.
Planetary
Thank you.
Planetary response. Yeah.
I couldn't remember what the R stood
for. The praise of the goat.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember the goat. We all revolted against Contraband Joe. He set up a PC. Well, Sev Kimura, our corpse founder, set up a PC network over at Pro, and then like just days before Uprising was going to come out, they were going to launch Planetary Conquest. Contraband Joe shut it down, shut the whole thing down. So Sev.
So you guys have been around
took all the guys that were just crushed by this,
and you're still here. So that's pretty cool, pretty impressive. Back when it was founded, who were the founding members? I guess you kind of just said, but can you say any names specifically?
Yeah, sure. Sev Kimura started the corp. Original directors were Why Are You Fucked? Zero Bloom, Arnold Sphinx. Yep, those were the 3 directors. Other members, Sir Manboy was here from early on. I was here from early on.
Okay, the big players in your corp now, you know, directors, leadership, whatever.
Big names, I can remember.
Most important. I say the word important.
Oh yeah, Thor was here from early on.
Important. I don't know, synonyms for important. Anyways, who are the most important people in your corp now at this time? Yeah, well, I don't know. I asked everyone that.
Well, that's a loaded question.
Spin it. Yeah, spin it how you want to.
What do you mean by important?
Give me the word you're spinning.
Can we use a different word?
Relevant, influential, leadershipful. That's not a word. But, let's just say the leadership. Let's say that.
Well, leadership. E-Rock. He came from UMC, Ultramarine Corp. He is one of our officers. Sosa came from Glory. They're both in here. He is one of our officers. Also, Pizzle. He's one of our FCs. D Pizzle, he couldn't be here. He's a little camera shy. Thor Odinson, Sir Manboy, one of our CPMs.
Sir Manboy.
Thor's a CPM?
Thor, wow. You would be surprised how many people don't know that Molon Labe has Sir Manboy as a CPM. Don't know he's a CPM.
No. I know that he's that the Sir Manboy was. I thought you said Thor a second ago.
Oh, no, not Thor. No, Sir Manboy is a CPM. But there are a lot of people that don't know. Somebody actually thought he was Sir Manboy wasn't even in her corp. He thought he was in the Imperfects.
So that's good enough for me.
I mean, there are a lot of people that contribute and help out. We have recruiters, Jinheiku. We have Why Are You Fucked, who's like our night shift brigade.
Yeah, definitely.
Keeps all the troops going all night long.
Important people. It's hard to name them all, say what they all do. Anyways, let's move on. When the corp was first formed, what? There's still more names. What?
White.
Alright, shout out, sir.
Oh yeah, White Line, best ADSer in the game.
I love it. Anyways, when going back to when the corp was first formed, like what were the goals? What did you want to achieve with formation of Molon Labe?
Jeez. I was actually away for Mother's Day that weekend. No, I guess we just wanted to get into PC, and CBJ, Contraband Joe, decided we weren't going to do it over there, so we kind of just wanted to get into PC.
I want to ask about the GOAT thing, because I really want to know the GOAT.
Our only goal at the time. So you want to take that one?
The GOAT thing was basically, it was a whole bunch of, it was like about 7 of them, and from Planetary Response, they were talking about, it goes a story about a farmer fucking a goat, and and well, with that, they just liked that story, and it was all about praising the goat, about this dude fucking a goat on a farm, and that's how Planetary Response became with Pro, and it was just a bunch of real good guys.
I'm not understanding the connection between the goat and anything, to be honest.
That's pretty much about it about the goat.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
It was just.
Some people do.
It was just a group of guys that made up a story with that, and they were just. It was like a little insider.
It was just like one of those things that caught on, like like the goat, yeah, the goat's cool, yeah.
Corpse now, they all have goat as they're shaking babies and goat flock, all of those. Anyways, shout out to Contraband Joe for being a nice guy, but anyway.
Oh yeah, go fuck yourself.
Actually, while we were in Pro, he made a corporation called Operatives of the Goat, which is like one of the hundreds of corporations Contraband Joe has since.
Your goals now, your goals before were just to enter PC. I mean, you're obviously now involved in PC.
That was funny.
Something like 4% of the districts of Molten Heath at the moment. What are your goals now as a corp?
Our goals really have always been to, have fun, but to, compete and to play. It's kind of the same thing. It's, we're a group of friends, group of people to play together. And it really hasn't changed. We want to play in PC. We want to do PCs, and I guess we want to have fun doing it. I don't know, E-Rock. We've got
No, I mean, I think that basically the whole thing with Molon at this point is just like, like you said, to have a good time like while we're playing, and not like and kind of like respect the people that we do play with, and like try to make it, try to I think as the corp goes. But I mean, I think Molon has a really good relationship with the forums and the people that actually care about the game, and and I feel like a lot of the stuff that we've done on the forums and the things that we've said on the forums have been taken into consideration by the people that are actually influencing the game at CCP, and I think that that's what we're all here hoping that the game keeps moving in the forward direction that it seems to be moving in at this point, and that's and have a good time while doing it. Get people in here, and
definitely have fun, just, play PC,
have a good time, and just hang out.
Okay, so
and yeah, I think that's.
Let's do my super sappy question that I gotta ask always.
Yeah.
Some of your best memories with your corp mates. Oh shucks. Anyways, best memories with corp mates, with the corp, just some fun night you had.
Okay. White Lion raping Ryan every night in PC.
No, they're both underage, so it's legal.
Definitely one of my favorite moments is we were doing fractional warfare, and it's on that one map where it's that newer map that has A in the hangar, and you can at some point you can camp the ground spawn, and basically what happened is we were in alpha, and I mean it's a super trolly thing, but it was absolutely hilarious. There was a couple guys that fucking kept spawning into the place. And what we were doing was just we'd have 7 guys. As soon as we saw him, we'd just start meleeing the guy, and there's heavies coming in and trying to shoot us all, and there's just 7 guys meleeing these dudes to death, and that was pretty funny. That was one of my favorite memories. As a corp doing stuff together.
I think I want to ask about General Sosa Alliance when you guys joined it, why you joined it, things like that.
Wow, that was a while ago. I think Molon's actually the second oldest corp in General Sal's at the moment. Well, other than the founding corp. We joined Public Disorder, which Sever True Blood was in, and Fatal Absolution was in, and Burgess was in, and I don't know, a couple other folks were in. Cap left before we joined PD. Before we joined General Sal's, not before we joined PD. But we joined General Sal's and it all kind of happened in 15 minutes. Zatara sent me a message from Fatal Absolution. What do you think about joining General Sal's? And I said, that sounds like a good idea. All right, I'm okay with it. And then, who was the leader of Tao? Tao was the leader of Sever at the time, and he sent me a message. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And then he's like, all right, put your app in. 15 minutes later, put your app in.
Sorry,
we're all merging into General Sal's. That's kind of how it happened. Wow, this is kind of funny, We've been attacked. Just since we've been talking, we just got mass attacked by KQ.
Yeah. We got hit six
times.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they've hit all our districts, maybe. 1, 2, 5, or 5 right now. Yeah. Oh, there's 6.
There's another one.
6.
So when did you join SOS, or it's another name thing that nobody... Sals, Gals, SOS, Tal, I don't know how to say it. Anyways, yeah, most people say SOS, but I don't think that's correct. Anyways, when was it that you joined?
SOS. About going on it had to be over a year ago.
Like you're in the middle of something,
exactly.
and
But
then KEQ interrupted you or something.
yeah, no, I'm just checking to see what the actual date was on that.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
February 9th. So
as of, not so much as of late, but a couple months ago, they were always referred to as the big blue donuts. It used to be DNS, but it was turned to SOS. What do you think about that? How come?
I think that's ridiculous, personally.
I mean, you can't deny that at the time it was, but they let that label stay way too long. What were you saying, Iraq?
Well, I mean, I think that, with the Blue Donut, that was, Planet. What was that? The Planetary Fight Club thing, right? That was the whole thing, making it so that we made sure that that people could play in PC. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't say that it's quite. Go ahead.
They were saying the Blue Dot basically was because too many corporations were joining in TSO and taking over too much of Molden Heath, as in PCs with Nionsen and Fatal. Then you had Capital, and you had Burgess when they were doing PCs at the time. Then you had Molon when they were doing PCs, really good. And that's when the whole rumor had started with the Blue Donut. This was when I was CEO of Glory, when we were in Raffle. Raffle was trying to come up with every little thing to take out the Blue Donut, but they didn't have enough districts or enough manpower, I would say, to take out TSO. So that's how the whole rage against, with Titans of Phoenix forming up and shit like that,
because
them wanting to take out TSO so bad because of that, because of them holding so much land for so long. They wanted the opportunity to come back at TSO, so they did these super PC teams. They weren't fielding 16 of their own players, as in Kill 'em Quick and other things like that. They were ringing in other superstars out there in the Dust world, creating this super team to take out TSOs, Fatals, farming districts. All the Fatals farming districts are gone.
I think it's definitely because of how much land was held by SOs.
So that's pretty much how that.
So they were holding, a whole bunch. Nyan was sitting at 20 something for a while, and Cap's at 8, and Fatal was at 15 or 16. And just those three together was almost half of Molden, plus Fatal's farm district. Yeah, it was almost half of Molden Heath or something like that. Plus, a couple. Anyways, it was a whole bunch of it.
Yeah, Gods Among Men, plus fucking, when Burgess had their districts, and them Dirty Boys was in PC.
It was funny. We kind of fought so hard to break up DNS, who had just ruined PC completely. But I don't know. Then once it broke up, there's well, not all of them, but half of them came over here, and I don't know. We had Nyan sitting here for most of it, who basically didn't do anything. They just kind of sat there and were retired.
So
started playing again.
I've asked about. I finish up.
And when that happened,
a lot. I would say too. They stopped PCing too. Nyan Hawkin, because of. Do you remember that? Everybody remembers the big update with PC when PC wasn't paying your corporation anymore. So Nyan wasn't there to pay out their members. I remember Nyan was paying out some of their members maybe 50 mil a week when PC was paying the corporations, So that hit dust pretty bad when that update came out.
What were you saying, Silver?
Oh, when Yan did that, like, mass grab of DNS,
thoughts, I don't want to cut you off
talking
right
about?
But, okay, so I've asked about the past of your corp, I've asked about the current, the future of your corp. I feel like it's not going to be any different from kind of what you said, what your current goals are, but where do you see your corp going in the future, or, you know, where do you see it in the future, what are your plans for the future, etc., etc.?
I plan on us being here, still fighting, you know, still having fun. I mean, it's a game. If you don't have fun in it,
Yeah, that's fair.
Play
Planning on being
here.
So. Okay, so
Yeah, I think that even if, like, you know, just like in light of, you know, what's happened in the last, you know, just during the interview, like, you know, should, you know, KEQ try and succeed to take, like, you know, districts.
So I think I asked this in the KEQ interview. Let's say you are the good guys of Dust, of Molon Heath. Who does that make the bad guys from your perspectives?
In my opinion, I don't know. Cane Sparrow set the bar so high for bad guys. I don't know that someone could quite earn the title of bad guy anymore.
Let's forget
Kind
Cane
of
Sparrow
just
for a
kind of,
minute.
you know,
Let's,
like all kind of a
who are
gray area.
who are? Oh God, not my cord. No.
Talk about now. Right now,
Continue.
the bullies right now, I would say Capital.
Why is that?
Yeah, Cap would be the bullies right now. They have, in my opinion, I mean, in a lot of people's opinion, most corps can see it too. Right now, OH is coming back. Capital does have something of, you know, a good fight with OH. But as of right now, yeah, Capital are the best strong PC team right now. OH, I do see OH I see OH coming back as long as Radar is, you know, sticking with them.
Okay.
If Radar is sticking with them, they're gonna, OH will do fine. Molon, I feel like Molon, this is Sosa by the way, I feel like Molon's really gonna do well and prevail in PC too. Molon's a very strong, tight family, you know, everybody knows how each other plays very well in PC. Very good tactics as with Hawkin FC.
Okay, so you.
Oh yeah, E-Rock too. Let's not forget about E-Rock.
You said Cap's the bullies, and I mean, like you're just saying because they're powerful. I mean,
I would say Capital.
Just being powerful
Capital
automatically makes you the bullies, or?
Yeah, they have a nice 16 right now. They have a good 16 team.
Yeah. I would, you know, I'd go as so far to say that it's more. I'd say that Outer Heaven is more of the biggest bullies now, just because like they're not an alliance and they kind of just like, you know, they have really, really good players that know exactly what they're doing and how to, you know, run their teams, and they're just like, you know, if you know, some corp just wants some help from Outer Heaven, they just like, you know, hey man, well, can you guys ring for us, you know, and they'll, you know, the Outer Heaven will usually win a battle. I mean, we've won a couple against them, but
We've won one against them in the history of
Molon
Labe, to be clear.
I'm talking about like, you know, when OH, like, you know, when Corp says, hey OH, can you field our team for us? Like, that's what I'm talking about, you know.
Well, they're good fighters. I think they're good fighters right now, but Capital is holding the most land out of Outer Heaven. Yeah, that's true.
This question went down a bad path. I personally don't think that. I think actually everybody's been showing a lot of self-restraint, at least up until before this interview. There haven't been any mass land grabs. There hasn't been any, not like a whole lot of as it was before, where it would just be like one corp or one or two corps just dominate, or one alliance dominates, and then another alliance comes through and they dominate, and it just kind of went back and forth with just. I think it's actually been, since the Tau's 60-70% they had dissipated. I think.
I mean, I was just trying to understand why. You guys were just saying they're the bullies, and then just going on to say it's because they're powerful, because they're a good team. I don't know. I was just trying. I don't know. I can go on, from my ever so biased point of view, tell you about how Cap is not bullies, but I'm, once again, Cap is.
I don't think Cap is bullies. I
don't think they are either. I think I think that we're in a pretty I mean, they attacked. Who did they attack? Murphy's Law. They took all
I don't want to try to.
Yeah, I would say they're bullies to Murphy's.
We didn't take all of them. So. Anyways, let's move away from that. Let's talk about what has happened tonight, though. To my knowledge, Pure Evil, Titans Phoenix, and Murphy's Law merged to some degree. You guys know anything about that?
Murphy's Law and them merging?
Something.
Yeah, no, I understand there's
something,
bias.
But
You guys
I'm
are
not
allies
yet
with them and whatnot. I'm not
able to say anything.
Yeah, so if you can't say it, that's fine. I guess we'll find out in the coming days what actually went down and what's going to go down. So, yeah, I don't think I really have any more questions. Anything else you guys want to say, though? Any final shout-outs you'd like to give? Anything like that?
Just like to say that I think that one of the things that I don't know how Molon was doing before. I think they were doing just fine, but E-Rock took a bunch of my guys from UMC over to Molon, and we've been really happy here. We've all seemed to get along quite well and fight alongside each other quite well, and it's been a really good time.
Alright, well, I think that's about all the questions I have, and yeah, that's about all. So, yeah, that was interview with Molon Labe, had Almighty Sosa here, E-Rock, and Hawkin P. That'll be it for this interview. See you.